Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Spin the LP with me, Lindsey Perino. I cover everything from fashion, video games, movies, music, sports, pop culture, and so much more. And in today's video, I'm going to be telling y'all all about my trip to Spain from spring break this year, 2026. But first, this video is going to be a series with multiple parts because there's just way too much to talk about. I saw so much and I learned so much. So this is part one of the series, and it's going to be all about the flight there and the city of Madrid. So get ready to relax, unwind, and enjoy because it's time to drop the needle. Okay, y'all. So first, before we get into the details of my trip, I just have to do mission debrief, okay? Listen, so I tried to record this earlier today, and then I got to recording it, and I had to move to my next class. So I went to go pause the recording, and when I paused it, when I thought I paused it, it started a new recording. So I was like, oh my God, was I just not recording the whole time? So I was freaking out, and then my teacher helped me, and he looked at the SD card, and it did save about 30 minutes of, like, the chunk of my video. But I was like, okay, I just lost 30 minutes of footage. So I was like, you know what? It's fine. Let's just go again. I'll do it. I know where I left off, so I'll just start again, and I'll redo what I said, basically. So I do that, and then when I go to pause everything, I open Adobe Audition, and it did not record my audio, even though I thought I hit play. So, after 2 times, I decided, you know what, let's just start the whole thing over. So, I had like an hour of footage, but I decided to just redo it because it was way too long anyway. So, I'm gonna do this I'm gonna do a highlight style recap instead of like every little detail because it was just way too long, and I love to talk, but I don't want to edit it all. And also, I want it to still be accessible for people. So I decided to just break this up into parts based on, what happened each day. So more of, what happened in each city, and just, the biggest parts of it, the highlights. And so there's more time to talk about things I learned. So we're going to get started with the flight. To talk a little bit about the long 10-hour flight, I have to say it was very, what's it called? It was very nice. I have never been on an international flight. I've only been on a flight one time, but that was domestic. So I've never flew across country to another countries, and I've never been on a plane for 10 hours. So it was something different for sure, but I really enjoyed it. We had a meal and then a snack, and let me tell you, their food was so good. We flew Iberia, and oh my gosh, their food was so good. It was probably, I'm not gonna lie, if not the best dinner I had on the whole trip. It was really good for plain food, and I don't know much about plain food, but it was bomb. It was so good. I had pasta, bread, juice. Spain has such good juice, bro. A corn salad, and then a chocolate pudding. So good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And then for the snack later on in the flight, I had more juice and salami and cheese sandwich, and it was so good. The Spaniards do not mess around with their cured meats. It's so amazing. It's probably the best food they got there, I'll be honest. One of the best foods. But yeah, the flight was really exciting. I was on the aisle seat, or not aisle seat, I'm sorry. I was on the window seat. My mistake. And I think that's the best spot in the row because you get to take pictures of the window. I took so many, a lot of plane pictures. And pictures overall, I took over the whole trip. I took nearly 700 pictures. It's crazy. So that's why I'm trying to do highlight recap instead of the whole thing. But hopefully, if my editing skills are up to the if my editing skills are up to the test, I'm gonna have a montage going on the other side of the screen, maybe over here, about like all the pictures I took, because I took a lot of plane pictures, and I definitely want to show you guys the food because it was so good. And yeah, the plane was pretty smooth. It was a little rough at the beginning, so I kind of had to lock in. I was trying to watch some movies. I was trying to watch Tron Ares and Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. But then I was like, nah, I'm getting like a little sick, so I gotta, lock in and try to sleep. So yeah, I pretty much slept for most of the time, but their screens were awesome. We got a blanket and a pillow as well, and the food was bomb. And I was also like right next to the bathroom, so can't complain, And for my first international flight, it was really fun. I didn't get like scared or anything. It was really cool. Like, it was a little unsettling, like the altitude, but it was really like kind of relaxing. It was just a little like, yeah, unnerving because of the shakiness and the noise. It was just really loud. But yeah, the flight was so much fun. We left on March 19th. Our flight was at 6:30, and then basically we woke up the next day in Spain. So we got started the next day as soon as we landed, which was really crazy, but it was a cool flight. I actually really like flying. I never really fly ever. I've only been on a plane 3 times, so for only 2 different trips. So I don't know if you should trust me on much about it, but it was fun. I really like to see the sights like outside of the plane, especially Chicago when it was lit up, like when it was the sun was setting. So beautiful. I love Chicago. So yeah, plane, very successful. I made it, obviously. Very successful for that. So we're off to a great start, We land and I'm tired as hell, but you know what? We're in Spain, baby, and we made it. So it's time to just, start a new day, you know what I'm saying? I just realized I totally forgot to mention that there was like a bit of a downside to the first flight from with Iberia, because I was planning to have my suitcase and my like other bag, kind of duffel bag thing, to be both carry-ons, right? But when we were before we were boarding, like when we were going through security, they were like, okay, there's too many people, so we have to check luggage. Like, carry-ons have to be checked. Like, some of them have to be checked. So I was like, okay, you know what? Whatever, that's fine, I guess. And the wheels on my suitcase are detachable, and they kept like falling off, like, like sliding off. So I had to like shove them back on, and I was really worried that they would come off on the flight. But then the lady that was checking my luggage was like, no, it should be fine. And I was like, okay. Whew. Then tell me why when we land in Spain, I go to pick up my suitcase from the luggage like carousel. Tell me why when I pick it up, there is 1 wheel out of 4 on the bottom of my suitcase. And I'm like, bruh. I'm like, are you serious? So it's like rollable. Like, I can't slide it anymore. So I just had to lift it up, my muscles. But too heavy to be doing all that, because my other bag is super heavy too. And nobody's trying to help me at all. So I'm like, you know what? Piss off. I'll just do it myself. Oh, you can't see, but I'll just do it myself. But yeah, that was bad. That was like the worst thing, because when we had to travel between like hotels and stuff, I had to carry it, and it was really heavy. But I got to work out in, I guess. But I was like, damn, there's no way that the wheels actually came off and were lost on the plane, like under the plane. So hopefully, if the if the reimbursement is still active, it wasn't working. I have to try it on desktop, but I should be able to get a reimbursement for 100 euros. So there's that. Hopefully it works, because even though the suitcase still works, like I can use it for road trips. Who doesn't want 100 euros? So there's that. But that's probably the worst thing that happened one of the worst things that happened on the trip. it is what it is. It's a funny story, you know. I lost the wheels, but it was a pain in the ass to carry around, that's for sure. I'm gonna go over some highlights from Madrid. I would say one of the coolest things I saw in Madrid was the palace, the royal palace. It was really big. Unfortunately we weren't allowed to go inside. A lot of what we saw was just through walking tours, so it was still gorgeous, you know. Like I didn't really think about the inside because the exterior architecture is just beautiful. So we walked to the palace because it was pretty close to our hotel in Madrid. So we walked to the palace after going through some plazas. Yeah, and the garden. I think the garden was probably the most magnificent part of the palace because the foliage was just like there were hedges, there was like trees. It was really like well sculpted, but also like wild in a way, you know? Like there was a lot of different foliage going on, but the palace was huge. Palacio Nacional. It was huge. Our tour guide Raquel said that there are, I think, more than 3,000 rooms just in the palace, and that includes like basically all sorts of doors, like so closets, bathrooms, you know, small rooms, you know. But yeah, 3,000. I'm like, jeez. Fortunately, I believe that there are no residents in the palace. The king and queen do not live there. It's just more of like a congregation hall for like banquets and parties, tours, celebrations, you know, things like that. But you know, I gotta say, I just love like old architecture. I just love the feeling that I'm in the presence of something that is hundreds, thousands of years old. You know, I love that, like how it's still here. You know, even after like reconstruction and stuff like that, like it's still here. So I really enjoyed that. I saw some horses too, like I don't know, like paroling around maybe training like horses around the front of the palace. Or I guess it's like the back. I don't really know. But yeah, huge. I really wish we were able to go inside because it just looks like it would be a good time, you know. So I was a bit bummed about that. Like we weren't even allowed to peek inside or anything. But you know what? At least we got to see the outside architecture. It was huge. Like the whole just like surrounding area was bustling, and there was a lot of people. And then we also saw the old forest in front of I guess it's like in front of the plaza of the castle, and then there was like a little cathedral next to it too, which there's going to be a lot of photos of cathedrals in the montages because we saw a lot, just like exterior architecture, but in all, Spain has a lot of cathedrals, which I love cathedral hopping, cathedral crawl, because it's just really cool to see architecture in different ways, you know? And they're always beautiful, so there's that. But yeah, the forest in front of the palace was really cute. It's not like a huge forest, it's just like a little one where they used to hunt bears, I believe Raquel said. But yeah, it's super cute. Some really, really tall trees, gorgeous green. And the grass in Spain, let me tell you, the grass in Spain is so green. And so are the trees. Like, I don't know, like the water, the foliage, just, it's so gorgeous. But yeah, I really like the little forest. I believe there's a path down there too, I think. Or like a road of some sort that you can walk on. But yeah, on the 20th, after like we landed, I didn't feel like changing well, we weren't allowed to until like we checked in the hotel, obviously. I mean, unless you want to like change in the bathroom if you have some clothes with you, but yeah, I was just raw dogging it just with my braids, no makeup, but I don't care. It was fun. I love having braids, by the way. Those braids were so cute and really comfortable too. Like after a while they were really tight, but it was nice to have my hair out of my face. Yeah, cathedral. There was a cathedral near the palace. Very cool. Fortunately, didn't get to see the inside of that either, but the outside was really nice. I liked the like the I like the color, like the bluish gray. I believe, I'm not quite sure, but I think there was a wedding going on in there. There were a lot of weddings, but I'm pretty sure there was a wedding in the cathedral. Google says it's Almudena Cathedral. Almudena in Madrid. Yeah, we went to, I believe this is the park near the cathedral. We went to a few parks, I will say. Very nice. I'll get more into the second one later, but we also went to El Mercado de San Miguel in Madrid, which was bustling. Oh my gosh. I really wish we got to spend more time in San Miguel because it was like a really big food market. They had fruits, juice, paella, pastries. I don't know I call it cold cuts, but it's not really cold, but like prosciutto, like, things like that. Beer, of course, alcohol, pizza, like so much food. And we kind of just did a pass through. It was just too busy to like eat in there or to stay in there. But I really like the market vibe. Like, I really like the Arab markets. I wish we had some here in the United States because it's really cool, to see all, like, all the food that's there to offer. I actually did get some, what do you call it? Like, I don't even know, like, pork. I guess it's pork, but it's not, it's like salami sticks. I got, like, salami sticks, which were really, really good. And before that, I also got some ginger tea. I'll show you guys more later in my, like, shopping recap of all the shopping I did at the end of the series. But yeah, I got some loose, like, ginger tea to bring home, and then I also got some salami sticks, which were really good. Yeah, but San Miguel was really cool. I just wish we had markets like that. It's so busy, so you gotta be careful with, like, people swiping, pickpocketing you, swiping you, but in Madrid it's not too bad. You might encounter a few pickpocketers, but it's not too bad. We went to a lot of plazas in Madrid. I think I already touched on that a little bit, but yeah, a lot of plazas with a lot of stores. Madrid is mostly like commercial. So many stores, so many statues, like congregation areas. Yeah, we saw one of the plazas we saw I don't know what you call it. It's like, I don't know, some sort of congressional building, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, a lot of places like that with police, but I don't mind the police because La Palacio Nacional in Spain, I feels like if you want to be in the police in Madrid, you have to be fine because the policemen in Madrid, so fine. The huzz was immaculate, but too bad they were all, like, older policemen, but they were fine as hell. Another highlight is, just in general, I don't know if there might have been some in Barcelona, but Primor is basically, like, it's a store. It's kind of like Ulta and Sephora in one, and, like it's like Ulta, Sephora, and, like, perfumery in one store. And let me tell you, I love Primor. I got some perfumes from there. It's so cool. It's like a beauty lover's heaven. They have makeup, they have skincare, they have perfume. Like, it's insane. And they had a lot of brands too, like a lot of international brands, like Italian brands, American brands, French, things like that. But Primor, I wish we had Primor here. It's so cool. And it was interesting. I was thinking about doing this, like, at the end of the series, but I might just do it while I talk through. But I learned that for a lot of shops, like, especially like Primor, they have I don't know what you call it, but like different brand, like different stores, just like on the next corner of the street. Like, so there'd be one Primor, like we shopped in one Primor, and then just down the way, like down the street, on another corner, there's another one, another Primor. So it's like the mattress firm theory, like in the United States. I don't know if it's everywhere, but how there's so many mattress firms like everywhere. I guess that was like an old conspiracy, like old, oh my god, old now, but not that old. Only like what, 2016, 2018? No, 2018, 2019. But yeah, the mattress firm thing where there's like mattress firms on every street, or like Starbucks on every street. It's kind of like that, but even closer, like walking distance. Like Primor here, and then a couple feet, 100 feet down is another Primor, which I think is kind of convenient in a way, because if one is too busy, then you can just hop down or walk down to the other one. Or maybe they just like separate their product in a different way. Like maybe one store is men's like fragrance and the other store is female fragrances. But I think that's pretty smart to separate like product, to separate commerce, like people coming in. But the one I went to was super cute because it was gold. Like the whole walls were gold, and they had like gold bulbs. Like, ooh, so fancy. Like it just, I feel like it was so fancy. Like I was just, oh my god, like am I supposed to be in here? McDonald's in Spain is really good. I went to McDonald's twice. I only got something one time. I got a muffin and some juice. And let me tell you, McDonald's is like bakery and burgers. Like they have more bakery items, I would say, because I had a muffin, and they don't really have many muffins or muffins at all here, I don't think. Also the muffins are like tall too. Like like they're like taller and skinnier, and the muffins here are like fat and short. But I had a Biscoff muffin at the McDonald's. Oh my god, so good. It was like, I think they love Biscoff down in Spain. It was so good. I really liked it. I kind of wish our McDonald's was like the McDonald's in Spain, because they also have a hell of a lot of like more items. Like they had like Korean barbecue like burgers. They had a lot of different sides too, and a lot of different coffee as well. Like when I said it's like a cafe, it is like they take McCafe to another level, because there's more bakery items, there's more types of like hot coffee, you know. So that was like success. I thought that was pretty cool. We went to a lot of Real Madrid stores to look around. I was debating getting a Real Madrid shirt of some kind, maybe not a whole jersey, because they're really expensive, especially the kids. They're hella expensive. But I was thinking about it, you know. We went to, there was a lot of pop-up stores for Real Madrid. It was really cool to go in there and see all the merch, because there was a lot of merch. And the shirts were really nice, but I don't like, they have Emirates as like their main sponsor, and I don't care for United Arab Emirates. Like I'm not into all that Dubai. So I'm like, nah, I don't really. And it's like a lot of football jerseys are sponsored by Emirates, or their clubs are sponsored by Emirates, and I'm like, it's kind of ugly. Like the font is ugly, and it takes up like the whole jersey. So I was like, I want to get a Barcelona, you know, or not Barcelona, I'm sorry, Madrid like jersey, but they were kind of you know, not that cute. I don't care for Emirates. But yeah, when I talk more about Barcelona, I did, if you saw in the intro and in the flight portion of the video, I did have my Barcelona Football Club jersey on. Jersey, like shirt. I would say it's a shirt. It's not quite a jersey because there's no name, but maybe I'll wear that again for another episode segment, but you'll see it later in the shopping portion. But yeah, I think the Barcelona jerseys were a lot cuter because they had Spotify logo on there. And they were also, you know what though? Barcelona's jerseys are also Nike, and Madrid's are Adidas, and I don't care for Adidas. I don't really like their shoes. They're really slippery. Like I don't care for their shoes, and they're not that cute either. They're kind of ugly. So I was like, okay, Nike. I'm a Nike girl. I like Nike shoes. I like Nike shirts and shorts. So I was like, yeah, Nike's better. So I went with the Barcelona jersey. So you'll see that later. Or you saw it already. Let me know. But yeah, really cool. I love the football atmosphere, like involvement in the culture in Madrid and Spain as a whole. Let me tell you, the hotel in Madrid was by far the best hotel we had been to. It was huge. It was like an ensuite because we had like a little kitchenette. And, ooh, it was so huge. I loved it. That was like one of the best hotels I've been in. It was really big. And the breakfast there was so good. My friends and I were doing big breakfast, no lunch, because with the like trip, the lunch was not included. Like, we were not going to all get lunch as a whole group. Like, you had to buy it if you wanted lunch. So I was like, nah, I gotta buy like souvenirs, I can't be spending everything on lunch. So we were trying to do big breakfast, no lunch, because it was like a buffet set. Like, you could go back as many times as you want for breakfast. So really good. I think breakfast was the best meal of any day while in Spain. But I did want to try some lunch food, but it's just there's not enough time. We got to do shopping, we got to walk around, we got to see things. So it's like just snacks, here and there, instead of a real like full lunch. But yeah, the hotel was gorgeous. I really liked it. It was huge. Everything was. I had just one roommate for all the hotels, and the one in Madrid was really nice. And our window was like fully openable, so we were able to like talk outside to people. But my friend and our window was like jammed kind of, so we went to next door to our other friends and used their window to talk to people. And we actually talked to some school kids, because actually right across from the hotel was like a primary school or like tutoring center of some sort. I think it was like a school, kind of. Like, it wasn't that big, but it was like a school of some sort. And there were kids on the basketball court, and we got to talk to them, which was really funny. And then right like next to it was like another part of the building, and there were students in there, and I was waving to this one kid, and he just kept looking at me, and he never waved, and I kept waving, and then he finally did. He finally went like, which is really funny. But I just love talking to strangers. I just love it. It's like one of my favorite things, just to talk to random people. I'm not afraid. I mean, sometimes I am, but the Spaniards were pretty nice, so especially like, younger people, they're nicer. So that's funny. Great. Probably also best view, even though it was a school, probably best view. I mean, one of the hotels was like the street view, which was really cool. So I guess that one was better. But we had the really big windows, so that was a plus. Speaking of hotel again, another thing I learned is that I don't know if this is I think it's just a Spanish thing, but in the bathrooms of the hotels, they don't have shower curtains. They have like a door, like half a door. It just swings. Like, you're able to put it where you need it, I guess. But it's half a door. And especially in the hotel in Madrid, the water shot out really fast. So the water's like coming out everywhere because there's no curtain and there's no like a full door to protect the water from, leaking out of the tub. So there's that, and it just made like a mess. Like, my friend showered before me, and it just made a mess, because also they have the hot and cold knobs on, like, not in the shower. It's on like outside the tub on the side of the wall. So you have to get up and go over there to change it. And when you're changing the knobs, you can't test the water at the same time because they're too far. So it's kind of just a mess. I think that's like the biggest downside of being a tourist in Spain or just living in Spain, because the showers are pretty messy. The water just gets everywhere, which it's real inconvenience. But they have soft water I call it soft water in Spain. It's like the water with a lot of like minerals and nutrients, which makes it really like soft. Like makes my hair so soft. They have that down south too, which I'm envy from. I envy. I guess it's like some of it's well water. I know like in the south the well water gives like soft hair. But yeah, when I showered in Spain, I rarely had to use like spray detangler because the water just made my hair like really nice and smooth and like tangle free, which was like just really convenient. And so I just love the soft water. That's like I miss that so much. It's really hard as a traveler because the water here is just so rough. Like it makes my hair so rough, you know what I'm saying? So one of the parks we went to then was we walked there. It took a long time to walk there, but it was near a museum we went to. So first, let me talk about the museum. We went to El Museo del Prado, and we weren't allowed to take pictures in there. I guess because the art is very old. It's to protect the art because flash damages paintings, whatever. BS. But yeah, no pictures allowed in there. But I saw some taking pictures. I'm like, you're not allowed, honey. If I can't take pictures, you can't take pictures. But it is what it is. But I took a picture of the outside. I really liked El Prado because it was full of like old antique, just not medieval, but like kingdom, like not kingdom. What do you call it? Like art about royal families and statues and sculptures about mythology. Just really like historic art. You know, none of that like contemporary. Like historic, meaningful, like art. You know, I don't know how to describe it, but it's like old art. And that's the kind of art I like. Like I said about like cathedrals. I like being in places where where things still stand, like where everything is so old but it's still here. You know, I just love that feeling like of being near like antiqueness. Like it's just really different. And I liked seeing. We saw we had another tour guide and she showed us just like highlights of the museum, which I really wish we got to like wander. I mean, my friend and I wandered on accident because we got lost. We got lost. My group, we got lost so many times, but we were able to find our way back, I think all times without maps. Like we just did it by stores and by plazas and like streets, which was, I love that. I kind of like getting lost too. Sometimes. But yeah, we weren't able to wander that much. We had to stay as a group to just get through. But we saw like art from Vasquez and Bosch, I think Bosch. I don't know how you say his name. I think it's Bosch. And Vasquez painted the Habsburgs, which was a family. It's not a dynasty. I don't know. Kingdom of Spain. And then there was another one too. The Habsburgs are the ones with the big chins, and then the other one, I think it starts with a G. They have the big noses, cause incest. Plot twist. But yeah. That art was really cool to see, like the kingdoms and how the art varies and how, you know, the family members look similar and just traditions. Like you're able to see history and art, which is why I really liked El Prado. Yeah, I did wish we got to explore more. I did spend, why me and my friend got lost is we were spending a lot of time looking at like Catholic art, like portraits of Jesus and saints and things like that, which I find very interesting. I like to look at Catholic art as a somewhat Catholic myself, I guess, as a documented Catholic myself, let's just say. I really enjoy looking at Catholic art. It's very interesting, you know, to see different patterns from different countries, like how Italy and Spain, like how their art varies and how the Dutch draw, like things like that. So, A+, loved it. Very nice museum, very nice. And there was another cathedral outside El Prado, which was even more different. It was much more like, what do you call it? Like, old. I don't want to say old. Like, antique, I guess. Very, very different. No, wait. This one had a wedding. I think. The one before didn't. I don't know. There was just so many weddings. So many groups that it was just, like, hard to keep track. But no, you weren't allowed to film during mass. But I took some pictures of the outside. We got to peek inside that one. I wasn't allowed to take pictures, but we got to peek in. So I was really happy to see that. Then after that, we went to El Parque del Retiro, which was like a really big park, and they had a pond, and they had like landscaping. Like, there was a whole like walkway down the park, El Retiro, and it was really pretty. I took a lot of pictures. Ooh, yes! Shout out to my friends for taking pictures of me. Shout out, thank you so much. Love you guys. But yeah, that was really cool, just to see like how green their grass is, and just how beautiful the weather was. It was perfect for me. I like my weather to be like between 50 to 70 degrees usually. Okay, 80 max. I like it between like 50 to 80 degrees. And it was like 57, like high 60s usually, between like 55 to 60 degrees Fahrenheit, by the way, sorry. I hate it. But yeah, weather was perfect, really nice. Park was gorgeous. I love park hopping too. Just like here too, like parks, I just love them. But these parks, it's also like cool to see differences between parks, because like here parks have like structures for children to play on, and like things like that, like turf, not a lot of real grass, not a lot of trees. But park here is like Spain, Madrid, is like garden, like park, like garden, like walking, for sitting, for leisure, like, it's for relaxing in a way, which I love. I love these parks. So gorgeous. Really nice. There was also a pond, like other ways down the, like a little bit out of the garden. There was like a pond and another walkway. Apple iCloud Photo says Centro Deportivo Municipal Estanque del Retiro. So, which was cool. The pond was really nice. There was people boating in there, which I thought was really cute. And there was duckies too. I love duckies. And there were also big koi fish. I think they were koi, but they were big as hell. Oh, they were like so scary. They were huge. They were like this big. And like fat as hell. I'm like, oh gosh. Really scary. I took a picture and there was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Like, oh my god, like over a dozen of them. I think I would be too scared to go boating in there, because I assume the water is very shallow, and those fish are huge, man. But we took a lot of pictures in front of it, because there was a little like statue in the back of it. Very, very nice architecture everywhere. Just like you can't catch a break, but in a good way. Like, somebody do a counter for how many times I go like this. It's on accident, by the way. It's on accident, but let's get a counter going in the comments or whatever. How many times I do the finger point. But yeah, park gorgeous. I just love seeing all the architecture. Really nice. Just really like a really nice change of like culture, and just differences, like parks are different. They're more for leisure instead of like active recreation, But yeah, we took a lot of pictures at the park and at the pond. I got some really fancy pictures because my friend had a really, really nice camera with her. So I got some pictures of myself. I love her. Thank you so much, Queen. Yeah, gorgeous pictures, gorgeous camera. I think I need something like that, because why pay a photographer when you could do it yourself? Because I don't think she's not a photographer, but the pictures she took were great. Like, you don't even need to edit them. Like, photographers overrated, be your own photographer. Oh my god, I did it again. Okay, I'll point this way. Be your own photographer. Not like this. Be your own photographer. Because it's cheaper. It's more personal, you know. I took a lot of pictures of myself, selfies of myself that were still, you know, quality, I suppose. Then we did, so at the end of we also got Starbucks. Let me tell you, Starbucks in Spain, so good, so much better than it is here. It's like, instead of like coffee joint, it's like bakery with coffee, you know, like there's a lot more food items, like bakery items, a lot more drinks as well. It's just better, period. It's just like a real bakery, like a real restaurant in a way. Well, not restaurant, I guess it's still like cafe, but like, okay, real cafe. It's a real cafe instead of like a coffee fake cafe joint, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so many more drinks. They had like 12 types, okay, like 10 or 12 types of Frappuccino, and here there's only 2. BS. The United States got rid of the Java chip Frappuccino, but I was lucky enough to get my Java chip Frappuccino in Spain, and let me tell you, so good. So good. I don't know why they would get rid of it here, because there's literally 2 damn Frappuccino flavors, so why would you get rid of it? You know what I'm saying? Like, hello? But yeah, Starbucks, gorgeous. Loved it. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. And tasted great. Okay, here's another fun thing. For the whole week, technically, my friends and I were trying to do Mission Huz. We were trying to get some fine Spanish men, you know, up on our Instagram. And it was pretty hard, to be honest, because it was mostly like tourists, you know. It was hard to find people our age, men our age that are natives, you know, like locals. But on day 2, day 2 on March 21st. So yeah, we were in Madrid for March 20th, March 21st. And at the end of March 21st, the second day, we were able to go to a park in, I believe it's La Plaza de España, I think. Whatever, the plaza right across from our hotel. We were able to go there, and we actually saw a group of guys, and we were like, this is it. Let's go, because I'm not coming back without at least one Instagram. You know, I got to try something. You know, when in Spain. So we go to the park. We're like, okay, let's set up a mock interview. Like, we're going to do like a fake sort of interview. Like, oh, what's your name? Are you single? Are you looking for a girlfriend? What's your type? You know, things like that. What's your Instagram? You know, things like that to try to get somebody. And we did talk to this one boy. His name is Leo. And he actually was complicit. He actually volunteered to do it. He was confused. He was like, what is this for? Like, what am I doing here? But he was really nice. And he was so cute. But he's off the table because I think he did say, no, he said he was looking for a girlfriend, I think. But when my friend asked how old he was, he said he was 15. And we can't do that. I'm not catching a case. He was hella cute, but I'm not catching a case. No, ma'am. He's for somebody else, even though he's so cute and he was really nice. And I loved his accent, but too young. He's gotta go find somebody else. Oh my god, why is it? Okay. But yeah, he was really chill. His friend though was down. He was like, oh, what is this? You know? And then we asked him, he's like, oh, I'll give one of you my Instagram. So we got his Instagram. Shout out him. It took a long time. It took like a week or so for him to finally accept my follow request and follow me back. But we got to it. We follow each other now. So I got some Spanish huz. There we go. I got some Spanish man. And he said he was 18. So there's that. So this is where I'm going to end the video for the recap of Madrid and the flight to Spain. I hoped you all enjoyed very, very much. And I will see you coming in the next episode to talk about Bilbao and San Sebastian and all that jazz. So I really hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think of this video, and I hope you stay tuned with me for more. Thank you so much. I will see you later. Bye-bye, and keep that record spinning.